immortal honored fans and guests, hey, and welcome to the Hell Hath No Furney with my good friend and your host, Chris Furney. And now would you please welcome the host, not a ghost, Chris Furney.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Happy Halloween to everybody, and thanks for watching, everybody. Before we start the show, we're going to start off with a few things, of course. We're going to talk about, shout out to, and a reminder to go to Witherfall, the website at www.witherfall.com. You will find all sorts of information about the band, all sorts of stuff you could buy, memorabilia, t-shirts, just all sorts of great stuff and all that. So yeah. Description is definitely in the link. I put a link, yeah, we're working on that still, but the address is there for you to copy and go to and check them out. So check them out, witherfall.com. And also about Witherfall, check out their new YouTube video they just posted a couple days ago. It's a full video song. It's just awesome video. So definitely check it out at Witherfall on YouTube, and they've got a whole ton of other videos on there. So please, yeah, check them out. Check them out. They're awesome. So today's show is going to be about the Halloween Treat, a classic, one of my all-time favorites, King Diamond and Mercyful Fate. I've been a fan for, I'm not even going to say how many years. I'll feel too old at that point. I got some rarities in my collection. I've got some, stuff that's there you can get very easily. And then I've got a honorable mention, as they call it on the internet. I've got one honorable mention because of the whole King Diamond type of storyline. But anyways, let's get started with this. With Mercyful Fate. I cannot show the cover for obvious reasons, but I can show the back. The back is basically the band. This is their one of their earliest first albums. This eventually would go on to other albums like the BBC recordings that they did so long ago. And Nuns Have No Fun is actually the title of that album. The next, I'm going to skip over first. I'm going to talk about Melissa. I do not have that album. I am going to get it. I have it on cassette and CD and all that other stuff. I just don't have it on record yet. I had it originally. That's a whole nother story for another day. The next album that was released is one of my all-time favorites. This one I play just all the time. This is Do Not. Yeah, Don't Break the Oath. Yeah, get that tongue twister 1,000 times, right? Sorry about the light. But yes, this album is one of my all-time favorites. This is the one that really made King Diamond really famous. And awesome stuff. The track's just pure cold black metal at its best. Operatic black metal, classic metal. It is what it is. So after that, he left Mercyful Fate, and they became a glam rock band, and they kind of a different album. I'm actually going to get it just because of the whole nostalgic King Diamond fan, even though he's not in it. But the next album up is one of my favorite covers and one of my favorite albums. This one's legendary. This one started the whole career of King Diamond's solo project, and it became such a huge success. This is Fatal Portrait. Half the album is a dark story about the lady in the portrait here, and it has legendary tracks on this one. Here's the band. Very mid-'80s look. Very awesome early first black metal band. They had, like I said, half the album is a dark story, which would be a theme for King Diamond, actually. And other tracks that were celebrated, the Halloween song, which is based on today's holiday. The song was about Halloween, of course. And then there's a couple tracks that people often say that could be left over from the Mercyful Fate years. The next album is one of the best recordings of all time. And before I get on to this one, there is No Presents for Christmas, which was the single for the Fatal Portrait album. And this is Abigail. This is one of the most supreme sounding albums King Diamond ever did. The whole album is a complete story. It's a horror story. It's very haunting, very scary stuff if you're into ghosts and what the tale is about Abigail and the tragedy that had happened. But here's the back of the album, good old King in his corpse makeup, and there would be a story about that corpse makeup with Gene Simmons that would be a few years later, actually. And but anyways, back to the theme of Abigail. This is a very rare single, The Family Ghost. And I picked this one up at a record fair, and really, really, really rare album. I almost picked up another rare album from the them years, and I wish I did. But speaking of them, here is them. This is the dark tale about his family, his grandmother, his mother, his sister Missy, which would be a theme for years to come. And people would be a fan of this scary dark tale of King Diamond's imaginary family. And just, this is actually one of my all-time favorite albums. This is just extremely dark tale for like a Halloween night or any night, you know, depending, you know, what you want to, when you want to listen to the album. And then of course between that and Conspiracies was this one, The Dark Sides. This basically was a B-side type thing. It has Halloween, it's got them, No Presents for Christmas, and then it's got tracks like you know, The Shrine, the Lake, and then The Phone Call, which was from them. And this album I picked up recently. I found it for a decent price. Very awesome stuff. So I don't have Conspiracies. I don't have the Eye on record. I will be getting those two, and of course Melissa on record. Those are the three that I need to get the entire collection that I want. And then of course odds and ends here and there I'll collect. Oh, and then of course Mercyful Fate's The Beginning, which is Nuns Have No Fun, and then a bunch of other stuff that was recorded on the BBC and other things. The honorable mention I would like to talk about is a band called Evil. This particular album, there was rumored, and there was actually a article on Metal Maniacs. I have the issue somewhere. I have the actual issue where they had spoken about this, and the tale of it was everybody had. Let me try to get this as close as possible to the show. Everybody thought that was King Diamond with the sword, and it turns out it is not King Diamond. You turn this around and you show their pictures, and you could see the guy right there that's a member of the band, and that is not, I repeat, that is not King Diamond. But legend had it, you know, that this had King Diamond on the cover but not in the band, and no, it's not. But it is a heavy metal collector's item of the past. This is a reissued record. This is not the original. I had the original, and I ended up trading it with for a bunch of other stuff a long time ago. It was through a very good friend of mine, and pretty cool stuff. So everybody's in the Halloween spirit and all that, and we're talking about ghosts and goblins and all that, and trick-or-treaters and all that, and ghost stories. And for future reference on this show, I'll probably have people as guests or something talking about ghost stories and stuff, and phantoms, and all sorts of stuff out there, you know, poltergeists, which are worse than ghosts. I might even have a guest or two that are ghost hunters. You never know. It's just an idea for future stuff, you know, for future show. So with that, I guess we could wrap things up. That's It's an awesome Halloween night. It's very cold. It's going to snow. Kind of like a black metal theme going here. So, yeah. So, with that, I'm going to say thank you to everybody that's watching and has seen these videos. And thank you very much for watching all the videos. And we'll hear from everybody soon with another episode in about a week or less. Thanks. See you guys.
Hell hath no furney soul, thank you, and we bid you a good night, and a happy Halloween.
And yes, that was the great one himself, Mr. Price. And I'll play it one more time. It's a little not as loud, but this time hopefully we'll get it.
Hell hath no furney soul, thank you, and we bid you a good night, and a happy Halloween.
Good night, everybody. Happy Halloween. We'll hear from you soon. And again, once again, thank you for watching. Good night.